Ever since a kid, it's been patching skulls. Black and white, you see it on my flags and poles. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, all you ever heard about my lips. I wasn't switching, I wasn't breaking when Brady was winning chips. Went to LA, then to Oakland, and now we up on the strip. Dancing with the nation every time we get to 6. 3rd and 13 used to run the ball. Now we got 100, so we changing the call. Tatted on my body, ain't no taking it off. When the Raiders on the TV, we ain't taking the call. When the Raiders on the TV, we ain't taking the call. Unless they with the nation, ain't no faking involved. All that internal hating, we be shaking it off. Cause we know they just came around Jacobs and Carl. Who you thought I've been rocking for? Ever since a kid, it's been patching skulls. Black and white, you see it on my flags and poles. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know.
Look, I'm 34 like Bo Jackson. I'm a Raider, long live John Madden. We left Oakland, now we with the Sinners. For Al Davis, we got unfinished business. Look, just win, baby. Defense ain't giving up an inch lately. The offense in clutch, we bout to up the scope. And D-Car ain't stopping till we reach the boat.
What's up, Raider Nation? Oh yeah, it's number 2 for the damn night. It's Fantasy Football Wednesday. Doubleheader, man. Doubleheader, that's just how we fucking do it. We've added a new league to the Hardcore Challenge pool. It's our Hardcore Challenge Silver and Black Fantasy Football League. We got Raider Nation all over North America battling it out. All the way to fucking Santa's neighbor. All the way to the fucking bottom tip. The dick of the country. East Coast, West Coast, we're all over, man. We've got Raider Nation all battling for one grand prize, $400 cash, and an autographed Josh Jacobs jersey to the winner. So we've got 16, actually 15, plus myself. Because, you know, if you win, if I win, there ain't no cash going to nobody. Somebody get the fucking jersey, but I'm keeping the goddamn money. Y'all motherfuckers got to beat the Commish. I mean, that's just the way it is. Don't let me in the motherfucking playoffs. I'll wreck some shit, goddammit. I'm right in the mix. You haven't knocked me out yet. I'm hanging in there. What am I, 3-3? I'm right in there. I started out 2-0, then dropped 3 straight. But got a big win this week. As well touch on that. A very big win. Like bragging rights for a whole calendar year. I'm gonna love that one. That was a great win this weekend in the Commish household. Trust me. Yes. Oh, yeah. That was money. That was money in the bank. Well, let's get into it, man. Week 6 is a wrap in the Raider Reaction Hardcore Challenge Silver and Black Fantasy Football League. Let's check out what we got. We always got to start at the top, man. We got to start at the top.
There's a platform stage, people pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Biggest baller of this week was Sacks Offenders with 206 points. And as I said last week, I'm giving out a flash prize for Big Ballers of the Week every fucking week going forward. And this week, Sacks Offenders, Chris takes home the flash prize. So congratulations, Chris. Nice little fucking win for you there. I mean, Brian just can't seem to catch a fucking break here over in the Raider League, man. He's sitting up at the top over in the Big Hardcore Challenge League, though. So he's kind of like Jekyll and hiding it over here. 1, 3, and 2. 2 ties. I mean, that is some shit-ass luck. I mean, that is 1 point from victories. So literally, he could be sitting at 3-3. Just as easy as he is 1, 3, and 2. That's football for you, ladies and gentlemen. That's fucking football for you. So congratulations to Sacks Offenders for the big win and being the big baller of the week. Well, we always got to start at the top, but then we got to go to the bottom because somebody stepped in it this week and stepped in it big. Low baller, One Nation, Bryant, Clear Live Streams, my sponsor. He's tripping over himself in the dirty South. He's tripping over himself. Sitting down there in the cellar and posting a 125. Ew. Ain't no good, Bryant. They ain't no good, brother. What's going on over there? You're gonna have to talk to somebody. Some heads got to roll. Some moves got to be made. What the fuck's going on? That's just no good. That's no good for nobody. No good for nobody. So, we got to talk game of the week. Last week, as you see, this wasn't even close. This is the first time my son and I had ever competed in fantasy football competition. He is in the NFC in the big league of the Hardcore Challenge, and I'm in the AFC. We have not faced off in the postseason, so we've never met in fantasy football competition. So this was a big one. This was our first matchup. Don't think there was some serious smack talking going on in the Commish house this weekend. There was some serious. And this one wasn't even close, man. I just ran away with this and absolutely stomped him. 178 to 132. This wasn't even a game of the week, really. I just absolutely annihilated. It was a game of the week for me personally. This was the first time we'd matched up, but really wasn't a textbook game of the week. I won't do that again, but it was the first time me and my son had matched up, and we'd had that one circled on the fucking calendar. So that was a big one. So let's take a spin around the league, shall we? And see what's shaking out in the rest of this league as Raider Nation is battling it. As you see, he was undefeated coming into this week. Raider Richie took one on the chin, drops to 5-1. He came in at 5-0 and drops to 5-1. Sacks Offenders, 4-2, has won 3 straight to come back from 1-2. Nice little run he's got going there. Michael Vick's Dog Walker grabs a tie. There's been so many fucking ties in both of the leagues this year. It's just absolutely fucking crazy. So kind of blowing my mind a little bit with all these fucking ties. Black Hole Lines sitting at 3-3. He's at 3-3 in both leagues. At least he's fucking consistent, but he won this week in this one. He did not in the other league. Throwing bombs and banging moms. Sitting in first place at 4-2, coming off a big win. Let me see them TDs is on a skid. 3 straight losses. Not as bad a skid as Gigantic Walruses, who has lost 4 straight and are sitting with an under 1,000 points scored thus far. And my son, he's 5-1 in the big league, but he's 1-5 over here in the Raider League. He's having a rough time with this team. Just does not have the roster that he has in the other league over here, and he's sitting in the damn cellar of the Elite East. The Wild West, Team Junior, our only undefeated owner right now, sitting at 5-0-1. He's coming off a tie. There is a possibility still. Stat corrections have been coming out on Friday mornings. Typically, they were Thursday mornings. In years prior, it's usually Thursday mornings, and sometimes it still might be. But here consistently over the last couple weeks, it has been Friday mornings, which is kind of fucked up because technically your NFL week's already started because of Thursday night football, and then you wake up the next morning and you're like, fuck, I lost! Stat correction, I lost 2 points. It happens, man. When you have individual defensive players, there are points that get moved. Usually the offensive points are scored very accurately, because a catch is a catch, yards are yards, touchdowns are touchdowns. You know, most of the things that happen on offense. But tackles and sacks, tackles for losses, sack yards, whether you assisted on a tackle or it was a full tackle, all of those stuffs are subject to quick interpretation as the game's going on. And then the league goes back and looks at all of the tape and scores them all properly. So you can have a tackle taken away. You can have a half a sack added. You can have an assisted tackle added. So your points can go up and down. I've seen them move as much as 3 before, but usually it's like a 1 or 2 point move. So if you're sitting with a tie or you've got a 1 point game, dude, you got to watch stat corrections because it could end up fucking you or paying dividends. So that tie right there, Team Junior could end up 6-0 or they could end up 5-1. And Michael Vick's Dog Walker could grab a W as well, which they really kind of need a lot more than Team Junior does. But 5-0-1, coming off a tie. Raider Nation 98, Big Game James is the lead dog right now. He's the big baller score-wise of everybody. He's right in this game, right in the Wild West at 4-2. Raider Nation for life, 1-3-2, a fucking strange-ass record. for fantasy football. And the Haywood gang at 1-4-1. Man, it looked like he was on a good run there. It looked like he was turning things around, and that L really hurt this week. Really hurt. You get that fifth and sixth loss, and you're in trouble. Sixth loss is almost death in a 14-week regular season, historically in the Hardcore Challenge. Once you get that sixth, you're damn near done, and it's hard to get in. Hard to get in. The Hit Squad down here in my division in the Dirty South. We've got the Hit Squad sitting at 4-2. I snapped my 3-game losing streak with the Game of the Week win over my son. Moved up to 3-3. JoJo gets the big win this week as he's moved up to 2-3-1. JoJo seems like he's got it figured out now. You got it figured out, JoJo. You're working all right. I got to give you some props. He was all worried. He was all worried. I never played before. Am I be able to figure this out? I had faith in you, JoJo. I knew you'd pull it together. He's right there, man. He's only a game and a half out of first. One Nation, Bryant. He stepped in the poo this week as the low baller, and he's sitting down there in the cellar of the Dirty South. Now, the interesting thing about the way the schedule is set up in the Hardcore Challenge leagues is your first 3 games are your divisional rivals. Then you go play interconference for the middle part of your season. And then you go play your last 3 games against your division rivals as well. So the divisions really come down to you dogfighting it against your 3 division rivals in the final freaking 3 weeks of the season. So you really got to turn and you've got to face your rivals again. And the way these divisions are looking very close near the top, it can come down to if you're within a game or 2 of your division lead going into the final 3 weeks, and then you run the fucking tables in your division, you can straight up steal a division crown in this league. That's the way it's set up. It builds rivalries going down the road because you're facing these same guys twice a year. And they could really end up fucking you in the end of the season and stealing your division crown or your playoff spot from you. I have seen it happen so many times in the Hardcore Challenge. Last year in the big league, I went 0-3 and got swept in the first round of division play. And then I swept my way through the second round of division play, won 6 straight, ended up 8-6, and just missed the postseason by like half a fucking game of getting a wild card spot. 8-6 usually doesn't get you in. It has before, but historically that 6th loss is a death sentence in the Hardcore Challenge. So you don't want that. You do not want to get there. 5 is about as much as you can get. 9 and 5 will usually get you in. That will usually get you in. That's kind of the bar you want to hit. 8-6, you need a lot of help and tiebreakers, and it all comes down to a whole bunch of fucking shit. The stars have to be in line with Uranus, all kinds of stuff. You don't want to get there. If you're sitting on 5, is anybody sitting on 5? Ooh, gigantic walruses and the maulers are sitting on 5. I'm telling you, you don't want to get 6. 6 and you're done. It's a death sentence. Absolute death sentence. Then you just got to play spoiler the rest of the season. 1-4-1. Haywood gang's kind of teetering on there. He's not got quite both fucking feet in the toilet, but he's swirling the bowl a little bit. It's trying to pull him down, but he's not quite there yet. He's been having some offers made to him. He might be making a move here and trying to pull himself up out the toilet. He's still got both hands on the rim. He's working on it. Some good competition going on. It's our first season of our Raider Reaction Hardcore Challenge League. Man, I had been bugged for fucking years to have an all-Raider fantasy league. So we took my Hardcore Challenge formula that I've taken almost 20 years literally to put together, the scoring, the way we've got it set up, the schedules, the way the whole league is. And I cut it in half and created one conference for the Hardcore Challenge. The only thing that is different from our big league is there's no keepers in this league. But if we keep solid owners and we reboot these owners going into next year, because I'd like all of you guys to come back. I mean, obviously there's a buy-in and all that stuff, but I think as you guys go along, you'll see the prizes are worth it. We always make all of our prizes worth it in our contests. The buy-ins help pay for the prizes, helps pay for the shipping of prizes, helps all the shit, helps feed the midgets. You know, every penny you guys put into Raider Action, we give right back to you guys. So we're a non-profit. We don't make any fucking money here. We just try to break even. So if you guys want to be back in and we can reboot this league and kind of keep it going like the other league, maybe in a year or so, we'll start discussing that the next year we'll add keepers in, so that way you guys can adjust your rosters properly. Because the nice thing about having, because what we have in the big league right now is we have 5 keepers that we've been carrying year to year. Next season, we're boosting that up to 6. 2 of those are mandatory defensive, either individual defensive spot, a kicker, or a team defense. So 2 of those have to be defensive, and then your other 4 you can do whatever the fuck you want with. But that allows you to grab real top-level talent and build a core team going forward. And then that makes it more like really owning an NFL franchise. You can go draft a stud rookie, and then you can carry that rookie for years to years and years. I literally, one of our, who was it, Bison Broncos, fucking had Peyton Manning for years. Years. I mean, and when he was fucking hit crazy stats, one of the guys had Drew Brees. You know, if you get one of those guys, like I got Joe Burrow, I'm hoping he can fucking stay consistent and be my guy. But if you can get one of those guys and you carry him, that's the nice thing about keepers. And I would like to build this league up like that, because it builds nice rivalries. You'll be playing the same guys in your division. You got to battle with the same guys twice a year. It builds nice rivalries and a little camaraderie, and it makes it a lot more fun when you know you're coming in. This motherfucker beat me twice last year. He knocked me out in the playoffs. You know, you get little rivalries going, and it just makes it a lot more fun. Makes the smack talk a little more, and just makes the entire thing more fun. So let's see if we can keep it going next year. But right now, man, you guys are doing great. We got a great league going, and I'm fucking very happy with every one of the owners that we've added in so far. You guys are all doing everything you're supposed to do in fantasy football. You're putting a team together every week. You're doing what you got to do, because that is the main number 1 rule if you play in a hardcore challenge fantasy football league. Rule number 1: you fight every fucking week for a win. Nobody lays down. If you lay down and you don't fucking fill your roster and you just say, fuck it, I'm out, and you don't want to play spoiler and you don't want to fight to the end, you will not be here next year. So please don't do that at the end, because right now we've got a great thing going, and I'm hoping that some of these teams, when they get out, that's always the worst thing, and that ruins fantasy football leagues. It ruins the integrity of the league, because if you're down the stretch and you need a guy to lose, and the guy he's playing ain't even fucking playing or putting a roster together, and you have no chance in hell for the guy that you need to lose so you can get a playoff spot, I mean, that ruins the entire integrity of the league, and that makes it no fun for anybody. And owners like that ruin fantasy football leagues, and that is what we strived over the 14 plus years, 20 plus years that I've been doing fantasy football and commissioning leagues. This is what we always have strived, and that is rule number 1, man. Fight to the end. Fight to the end, and live to fight next season. That's rule number 1, and that's all we ask of any owner. Just play your fucking team. It doesn't take that long to put a roster together and change out some guys to be ready to fucking play for the week. It just doesn't. So thank each and every damn one of you, man. Good luck this week. Good luck this week in week 7. After this week's over, we're at the official halfway mark of the regular season. Good luck to all of you, man. Until next time, I'm out. Peace, love. Raider Nation.